Over the last few years, crypto as a keyword has resulted in a great many searches on the internet, with investments in altcoins making or breaking those who decide to participate in the volatile market. And it seems that no person has had a greater influence on the market than billionaire tech genius and meme lord Elon Musk. But how is it that Elon Musk is able to cause a drop or surge in the value of a specific cryptocurrency, and what are his plans when it comes to changing the future of crypto in general? Before we get into it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe with the notifications turned on so you don't miss out on any of the new videos we post. The man behind the name, Elon Reeves Musk, as he is formerly known, was actually born in Pretoria, South Africa on June 28, 1971, making him only 49 years old at the moment. But you'd never say so if you looked at his insane ramblings on Twitter, which usually have something to do with the digital market. His mother, May Musk, was born in Canada, where she worked as both a dietitian and model, while his father, Errol Musk, was born in South Africa, where he worked as an electromechanical engineer, pilot, and sailor. After the divorce of his parents, Musk decided to live with his father in Pretoria, which he immediately regretted after realizing that his dad was, in his own words, a horrible human being. So while Elon might have learned about the wonders of science and innovation from his old man, it didn't take long for the relationship to become estranged. At the age of 10, Elon began to develop an interest in computing, which led to him teaching himself how to code. Using the knowledge he had acquired, he was able to develop a BASIC-based video game called Blastar, which he ended up selling to PC and Office Technology magazine for approximately $500. He then went on to obtain a Bachelor of Science degree in economics from Wharton School and Bachelor of Arts degree in physics, leading to 2 separate internships in Silicon Valley. Using his influence in the sector, Musk then decided to go out in his own direction, founding the web software company Zip2 alongside his brother Kimball and Greg Corey. He has also been known as the mind behind PayPal and SpaceX, the latter of which is still making waves in the industry of space exploration. There is no greater innovator than Elon Musk, who has single-handedly been responsible for the conceptualization of trips to Mars and the majority of electronic travel in the form of Tesla motor vehicles. But when it comes to his personal life, Elon can be a bit of a bad example. His Twitter feed is absolutely filled with some of the strangest questions and answers in the history of the internet, with some of his ramblings landing him in pretty deep water. In accordance with the jargon of internet culture, he can what be described as a troll, often using outrage marketing to get his name into the news, only to release some important information shortly thereafter. Although this might be a brilliant strategy, there's no doubt that many dislike him for it. Elon's involvement in the altcoin. With over 47 million followers on Twitter, it's fair to say that Elon's tweet get quite a bit of attention. This is especially true off the back of his many outrage marketing stunts, which have caused a few journalists to follow his account themselves with the intention of keeping watch for juicy tidbits of information. But it seems as if Elon no longer has to work hard to influence the minds of his many followers, as seen by the effect that he has had on the crypto market. In late January of this year, for example, he changed his Twitter bio to #Bitcoin, which saw the price of Bitcoin rise by nearly 20% in a matter of hours. Always the meme lord, Musk has also tweeted about Dogecoin, although he has admitted that these were jokes aimed at capitalizing on internet and crypto geek culture. When he talks, people seem to listen. In fact, this has become such a phenomenon that a man named Lennart Ante of the Blockchain Research Lab in Germany has set out to measure what he terms the Musk effect. After looking through Musk's Twitter feed and comparing it to surges and drops in the market, Ante concluded that there are around 6 recent tweets or Twitter events that referred to cryptocurrencies in general, with 2 specifically referring to Bitcoin and 4 citing Dogecoin. Once this information was laid out, Ante mapped the corresponding minute-by-minute close prices and trading volume and number of trades from the cryptocurrency exchange Binance for approximately 10 hours before each tweet and 6 hours after each tweet. What he found was pretty interesting and can be summarized as follows. Number 1. The change of his bio to #Bitcoin. Within an hour of changing the bio of his Twitter account to #Bitcoin, Elon Musk effectively caused the price of Bitcoin to skyrocket from around $32,000 to nearly $38,000. The value of Bitcoin then dropped to $36,000 in the next hour, rising once more to $38,000 a full hour later. And it looks like before he had even mentioned the cryptocurrency, trading in Bitcoin was averaging below 5,000 trades per hour. Just after the change of his bio, however, and trading had jumped up to around 20,000 trades per hour. From this activity, we can tell that Elon wasn't participating in anything close to inside trading. He had clearly supported a cryptocurrency by making it the focus of his Twitter account, which led to the altcoin being traded more than ever and bumping up its overall value by a few $1,000s. And while this might be explained away by the internet doing internet things, this isn't the only time that Musk has made a name for himself in the industry. Number 2. Posting a picture of Dogecoin. As a lover of all things meme-related, Elon has always had a relationship with Doge, so it didn't surprise followers when he posted a picture of Dogecoin, which had recently been created as a form of cryptocurrency. And although this didn't have the immediate effect that the change of his Twitter bio had, this impact was still substantial enough to be noted by experts in the field. Around 4 hours after this tweet of his, the price of Dogecoin had nearly quadrupled in value before losing almost almost 50% of its value in the next subsequent 2 hours. It was the outcome of this Twitter event that people began to notice that Elon had a special ability to influence the crypto market with just a single action on the platform, an ability which could no longer be argued away by referring to those events as pure coincidence. Number 3. Bitcoin is his safe word. You'd be wrong if you thought that all of Elon's crypto tweets had a positive effect on the cryptocurrency in question. In fact, in December of last year, he went on to tweet about how Bitcoin is his safe word, following it up with the statement that the digital currency is almost as useless as fiat money. This Twitter activity of his actually ended up leading to a 1.7% decline in the price of Bitcoin, with there being absolutely no measurable change in the trading volume of the altcoin. In other words, while his tweets had absolutely no effect on the moving of Bitcoin, they did decrease the value of those holding onto the cryptocurrency. Now that's a special kind of power we'd love to have. Similar to the crypto market, the effect of Musk's tweets are volatile by nature. We have reached to the point where we know that his mention of any type of altcoin will definitely have an effect on the value of the crypto, but we have no clue what the effect will actually be in the long run. It used to be the case that once the crypto was mentioned, the value would skyrocket, which is what led to many watching his Twitter feed and buying as soon as something was said by him. Then his tweets started to have a negative impact, which confused traders and meant that they would now have to actually interpret the content of these changes before deciding where they would like to invest. Maybe one day people will figure out precisely what the effect the man has on the market, but right now we'll just have to conclude by saying that he definitely has an effect, and this effect can be both positive or negative depending on the content of his tweets. Elon is changing crypto as we speak. Elon Musk is clearly attempting to change what cryptocurrency has become. For those of you who don't know, altcoins were created with internet purchases in mind. More specifically, those forms of digital currency were brought about to decentralize currencies across the globe. A great way to explain what this means is by looking at the process of buying something online, which is being offered in a currency that is different from what you own. Purchasing an item such as this is always followed by a certain amount of confusion, with the overall price of the item never quite being the same as what had been deducted from your credit card. Simply put, this is because the exchange rate and costs associated with the transformation of the currency when making the purchase. The creation of altcoins was thus aimed at making these processes a lot easier. With a single internet currency that has the same value regardless of where you're purchasing from geographically, you will always know specifically how much you're paying for an item. This is, in effect, what is meant by the decentralization of currencies. As we said earlier, this is what was meant by the introduction of crypto, but things changed and crypto became more of an investment scheme than anything else, used similarly to how people invested in gold and crude oil beforehand. Although we don't doubt that Elon has a few investments of his own in the market, it looks like he's taking steps to ensure that the general aim of crypto is once more being emphasized. We can see this in his announcement that consumers will now be able to buy Teslas in Bitcoin, with other digital currencies likely to follow in the future. What do you think of Elon Musk's relationship with the crypto market? Be sure to let us know in the comment section down below.